one thing is for sure, to create new varieties takes a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of persistence. For that reason, it's important that we can provide with an administration which is simple. By one application, you get the protection in 28 members at once, and you can use the language of your choice in this procedure. In addition, the breeders, they get the protection, meaning that they have a right, exclusive right, to commercialize the variety during a certain period. That allows the breeders to get an investment of the return of their creative work.
20 years ago, in 1994, Community Plant Variety Office was established in the main reason to protect the rights of plant breeders. And of course to protect intellectual rights.
If you imagine that over 20 years ago, in order to have a variety protected throughout the European Union, it was necessary to file applications in all the individual states. The benefits of having a single application system are enormous, and breeders have really benefited from that.
I think that this is actually quite unique. There are not many agencies in Europe which are completely self-financed.
We have gone from a small agency to have created the largest system in the world protecting plant variety rights.
CPVO came operational on the 16th of June 1995. At that moment there was no president appointed. On the other hand, the Administrative Council of the CPVO was operational since September 1994 due to the entry into force of the Basic Regulation. This Administrative Council appointed Mr. Van Eilen, an official of the Belgian Ministry of Agriculture, as a mandataire. Finally, on the 16th of June, a small team of 6 persons started the CPVO. When we opened on that day our offices, these were completely empty. There were no desks, no computers. On the other hand, we had already several hundreds of applications waiting to be processed.
When Mr. Kiewit was nominated as first president of the CPVO, there were still 7 candidate cities for the seat of the office. A few months later, we knew we would come in Angers.
We moved into a provisional location on the Plateau du Maine, awaiting a definitive building in 1999, and we moved into these buildings placed in the Boulevard Foch in the center of the town in the course of the year 2000.
I'm responsible for running an office of 45 persons from 12 EU member states to ensure that they are working together to provide service to our clients, to the breeders, to stakeholders, to the citizens of the European Union.
Administrative Council is the management board of CPVO as an EU agency. So its main task is to give CPVO strategic direction and to take responsibility for decisions on finance and governance.
Then examining the management report of the president, the entrustment of the examination offices, and then validating the technical protocols, is responsible for discharging the president on the implementation of the budget and granting the compulsory licenses.
All the member states can have at least one representative in that body, but some of the member states have additional experts in that body.
We also have observers from the 3 main breeders' organisations. It's essential that the breeders have a good voice in the Administrative Council.
In the office we are organized in 3 units, the technical unit, the legal unit and the administration unit, which includes also IT.
The administration unit of the CPVO has 15 staff. It's a very broad range of work, so we're divided up into a number of sectors. We have, on one side, we have the accounting and treasury sectors, the IT sector. This is a small group of staff that take care of the infrastructure in the office.
So the main task of the legal unit is to assist the office in legal proceedings, and decision of the office can be appealed before the Board of Appeal of the office.
And once there is a case coming up before the board, I must invite 2 members of this list and study the case together and come to a conclusion together.
The technical unit is in charge of all technical aspects of the community system. The technical unit is comprised of 18 staff members today. In general, this covers 3 main sectors. The first sector is the register. Secondly, the variety denomination sector. And finally, the crop experts and their relevant assistants, which are in charge of accompanying the incoming applications from the arrival until the preparation of the final decision.
So the registry is in receipt of all applications. The great majority of them arrive online, so that's 80%.
Electronic filing gives it goes quicker. You get immediately an application date, especially for the deadline, the novelty varieties which you still have to apply. It was for us very important that this could be done, especially as our profession is representing the breeders and doing applications.
So far, the office protected more than 1,900 different botanical taxons. However, every week we receive applications for species which have never been tested in our system.
The CPVO has not created its own technical infrastructure. The system is very much based on the existing technical facilities in the member states. The office cooperates with 30 national examination offices.
I'm in charge of the CPVO Quality Audit Service, another service that has been created in 2010 in order to give to the examination officers an opportunity to demonstrate their competence. The output of the audit program is an audit report confirming examination officers' competence, a report which is taken by the CPVO Administrative Council to entrust an examination office and to give examination officers the possibility that test results are used for granting protection titles.
The most important improvement of the CPVR system is the introduction of the quality assurance system some years ago. It's the only system in the world where we have a quality assurance system, which is very important to safeguard the quality of plant breeders' rights.
For CPVO we have tested more than 250 species.
So to be granted a community plant breeders' rights, a variety should comply with the DUS criteria. DUS meaning that the variety should be distinct, uniform and stable.
In the technical examination we look on different characteristics like the flower size or the color.
The CPVO had major influence on the growth by professionally establishing the system and consolidating it, and has successfully implemented an electronic application system, which also has the potential to be a model for many countries outside the EU.
The community system facilitates, streamlines the whole plant breeders' rights system in Europe, which is very, very important. It gives legal certainty across borders within the European Union, and it also reduces costs of the system, which is of course also important for our members.
Intellectual property and so plant breeders' rights are the basement of all our activities and our company. Without, we wouldn't be there.
I think first of all it's cheaper. We have plant variety protection all over in Europe in all 28 member states. It's a very powerful system for getting plant breeders' rights all over Europe.
We spend a lot of money in innovation, more than 15% per year, and it is a way to protect our innovation. It's a certainty to have a return of investments in our R&D costs.
When I got a variety to apply for plant breeders' rights in the Netherlands, I had to do it at the same time in 7 or 8 other countries. So that cost a lot of work, a lot of money. Yeah, it's fantastic.
I think plant production is crucial for the European Union in the coming future. We can create and contribute with incentives to the breeders to provide new varieties in order for plant production to be as efficient and healthy and to provide food for the coming generations.
The successful future of agriculture in Europe really depends on having an effective system of plant variety protection, and that means the role of the CPVO is critical.
The industry is changing, agriculture is changing in Europe, so of course the CPVO as an authority, as managing a certain part that is important for the sector, will have to change as well. It has undergone changes in the past.
So we try to explore new techniques which might be introduced into existing DOS testing procedures. The aim is also here to offer good quality test in an efficient way for reasonable costs.
At European Union level, biodiversity, environmental issues, variety of plants, values, and those values today are preserved at office level.
It has proven that it is very useful in the system. It is fulfilling the main goals, so it's delivering on why it was basically established. Certainly in the times of potential problems with the food crisis, this is essential function, and I cannot imagine that we will be able to manage this issue at the European level without institutions like CPVO.